The state of Kentucky is known for three things. It's known for horse racing, it's known for making baseball bats, and it's known for Kentucky basketball.
I was born in Lexington, Kentucky, which is where both of my parents were raised. Although I spent most of my childhood in Charlotte, North Carolina, I was still brought up a die-hard Kentucky Wildcats fan.
Being a Kentucky fan, it's being part of a community and part of just this overall part of this thing that so many people, if you're from Kentucky, only if you're from Kentucky would you understand.
The majority of my family still lives in Kentucky, so a couple times a year we make the 7-hour drive to visit. Just about every Christmas break after we make the drive, the whole family gets together and goes to a Kentucky basketball game together.
UK gets more basketball fans at any of the away games than any other university by far. And what you have to understand is it's not rich people who can afford to travel to go to these games. These are families with kids who live and die by Kentucky basketball. And they save all year to go on a trip somewhere to see a game that's not even in Kentucky.
Galen Trail did a study that showed that 16 out of 20 motivators for a college basketball team has a significant relationship with the attendance of fans.
Rondo in the lane. John Wall, unstoppable. Kentucky takes it.
It's a tradition for us to get a picture in front of Rupp Arena, which is named after Kentucky's most famous coach, Adolph Rupp. This arena is the second largest basketball arena in the nation next to Staples Arena and seats 24,000 people.
Fans are in Kentucky crazy, and crazier.
Okay, and what are some of the craziest things you've seen or done as a Kentucky fan?
I'm not going to say I took place in anyone because they're pretty crazy, but come tournament time, especially this past year we were in the Final Four in the championship. A lot of people would raise the streets and pretty much mass crowds on the streets and fighting and stuff. Pretty crazy. But I think the craziest thing I've ever seen is somebody get a tattoo of a player on their leg or on their arm or whatever. I just think that's crazy because it's something you can never take off. So that was a pretty wild experience if you ask me.
Now that my brother goes to Kentucky, I got the chance to go to a game with him and sit in the eruption zone, which is the famous Kentucky student section. The best part of this is when they pull out the big UK flag and all the fans jump up and down to hit the top of it.
We are shining, and we'll never be afraid again. Save my life.
And what makes being a Kentucky fan so important to you?
Well, I think being a Kentucky fan is a lot different than being a fan for any other, team, sports team. For example, Carolina and Duke, everybody, you seem like, everybody's die hard for Carolina and Duke, but you gotta think, in Kentucky you don't have any major league teams. So, for example, North Carolina, we have the Carolina Panthers and the Charlotte Bobcats. So, if you go to Kentucky, you don't have any major sports team. So, in Kentucky, really the only thing that brings everybody together in sport would be Kentucky basketball. So that just makes it. I'm not from Kentucky, but people in Kentucky take that value of Kentucky basketball and they hold it so personal to themselves. So everybody's so much more dedicated to being a Kentucky basketball fan, and it's just something that you really have to go there and experience. It's just not like being a fan of any other sport. Everybody's just super dedicated, and they're just Big Blue Nation. That's the reason they call it Big Blue Nation.
And so when you see somebody just on the street that's got a UK hat on, there's a lot of them out there, you sort of, it's not, you don't even give them a high five and go, hey UK, you sort of just give them a nod and go Cats, because we all know what it's about.